Guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk again about Vorstellungsgespräch. I'm making this series of video now because I'm getting older. Look at my gray hair. I'm making this series of video now because this is really Ausbildung time. The Ausbildung time. People are starting this month. People are starting next month. People are going to Vorstellungsgespräch. I know some people are doing, some people are writing me also in my channel that they've gone to Vorstellungsgespräch, they've done this, they've done that. This is Ausbildung time and it's getting hot. The seat is getting hot. So today I brought a little like expo, what we call in Africa. Some question you might be expecting. So this question always, not only you might be expecting. It's always coming out. All these questions, I wrote them out, So, questions that you may be likely to ask, that they'll ask you is, first of all, you fill your name, your language, which language do you speak? If it's English and German, you write, or French or anyone, you fill your name, your language. Then they always ask some of these questions. Was unterscheiden Sie positiv von Ihre Mitarbeiter oder Mitbewerber? What makes you different positively from the other people that are applying for this Ausbildung? So you have to talk about what you think makes you different. For instance, you can, that is your meine Verantwortung bewusstness. Ich habe eine Einführung vermogen. Meine Freundlichkeiten und meine positiven Umgang mit Patienten / Bewohner. Ich bin hoch serviceorientiert und ich bin ein Problemloser. If you cannot say all this, you can just say a short one that I know would always take the attention of them, which is ich bin eine Problemloser. Ich habe eine hohe serviceorientiert. That will always convince them that you know what you are talking about, you know what you do. You can also say that meine Freundlichkeit mit meine Kollegen und meine Patienten, So another question they always ask is, was wird Sie an der Berufsfeld in der Pflege am meisten interessiert? What interests you most in this Pflegeberuf? What are the things that interest you most? You must have something that really interests you, that made you want to do this Ausbildung. So I wrote some answer here that if it's me, what I'm going to say, I will say, Menschen zu helfen ist meine Nummer 1 Priorität. Oder Menschen zu helfen ist meine erste Priorität. That's to help people, to help humanity, or to help people is my number 1 priority. Then what interests you also is the flexible Arbeitszeit, because it's shift Arbeit. Some people that interest them, like me, it interests me because sometimes, like today I'm making this video, I have Spätdienst. I'm making this video this morning and I'm going to work around 2. I'm going to resume 2:30. I'm going around 2. So the flexible site, then die Unterhalten mit dem Patienten oder die Bewohner und mit meinen Kollegen. Es ist nicht eine langweilige Arbeit und es gibt eine sehr, sehr viel Bereich, wie man kann arbeiten. That is, it is not boring. It is not a boring work. And the communication that you have with the patients and all that, makes you to be happy. And it has a very big facility. You can work in different parts of it. So that is something, if it's me, I will say, you know. Then they always say, beschreiben Sie in Ihrer Motivation, was die Ausbildung for Sie ist. You should talk about what motivates you more in this Ausbildung. The question is just, this motivation question is a question that you know even if it's not for you to write, they always ask you, even in Vorstellungsgespräch, that you should tell them about your motivation, you know. So you have to talk about what really motivates you, which you can still say some of the things that you said, that mentions to heaven is your number one, is the Nummer eins Priorität, you know. Then you can add any little thing that you want. Like mine, I can say, Menschen zu helfen und sich sie zu kümmern war schon meine Nummer eins Priorität. Menschen, die wirklich Hilfe brauchen. Zumeist, or you can say, am meisten Menschen, die wirklich Hilfe brauchen, wie kranke Menschen oder ältere Menschen. You know, it's part of your motivation, you know. Wenn ich sehe, wie Menschen krank ins Krankenhaus kommen, sein, nach Hause gehen und wieder gesund und stark aussehen, das macht mir sehr glücklich. Although you cannot say this one because you just want to start the hospital, but if you have worked in, I wrote this like this because many people, you will see 80% people in that hospital, they've worked before in hospital or in health and eye. You hardly see somebody that have not worked. Okay, maybe you did practical too, because you have to do practical. So it's part of it. So you can still say this as your motivation, you know. So these are the few things I could write out, but there are so many questions that they use to ask, you know. So you have to prepare yourself about what makes you different from the other people that apply for this hospital. Just think of anything. You don't have to write what I say. You can just write it in English, translate it, or anyhow, then you cram it, or how you say it, I don't know, you know. But just know that you have to write, you have to talk about what makes you, why would they take you. Even if you want to employ somebody in your own business, you know, you have to ask such question, you know, what makes you different from the other people that apply for this hospital, you know. Then you have to talk about your motivation. What motivates you, you know, what really motivates you in this hospital. Then they always ask this other one, was ist Ihr Vorerfahrung in der Pflege? Which experience have you gotten in the Pflege? You can talk about during your practical what you experience, you know, in the Pflege. You can your experience that you got when you were doing practical or when you were working. That is your Vorerfahrung, you know. So you can say, während meiner Ausbildung, ich habe Menschen geholfen mit Essen anreichen, that's to feed patients, because people that are doing practical, mostly that is what they do, you know. Then you can also say that ich habe Menschen gepflegt, Körperpfleger im Bett oder im Badezimmer, you know. Then that is okay. Then you can also say weiter, ich habe die Weiterwert kontrollieren. You did, you know. So I just want to bring to your notice a little thing, because people are really going for Vorstellungsgespräch now. So if you can pick one or two things from here, that at least, not that all the questions you'll be looking, you will not even know what to write or what to say, because you were not prepared for such question. Is, tell us about yourself. What is your motivation? Why do you think we should employ you? What makes you different from other people that apply from this for this hospital? You know, What is your experience in the flager? Have you been in the flager before? What is your experience? What did you do when you were in the flager? What was your job that you were doing? You know, so you have to practice this. Ask yourself the questions. This question I'm telling you, then practice it on your own way with your own words that you think it will be easy for you to say, you know. So expect these questions and prepare for it so that you can pass. And I really want you guys to come to the flager. I want you guys to start your Ausbildung. So please try and try. I'm still doing my best, looking for one or two things I can bring so that you people, because I was so happy when somebody told me that yeah, the person have Suzag. I was so happy because she was so happy when she was, the way she was writing it, you will see it with happiness, with emoji that she was using, that she really thanked me for some of the things I said. It makes her to gain more confidence. And yeah, she applied. I think she is in Berlin, applied, and she went for Vorstellungsgespräch, and yes, now they give her she was accepted and she's going to start the hospital next month. I'm so happy for her. I can't remember the name. I'm so happy for her. So keep pushing, keep winning. I would still try my best to be bringing what I can bring just to assist you guys, to help you. I didn't have anybody to assist me. I didn't have anybody to help me. I failed, I stood up. I failed, I stood up. I was like that. I was just falling and getting up on my own, struggling on my own. But that is why I am a nurse, because I don't want people to suffer how I suffered. I have empathy. I can help. That's part of me, and that's why I'm in this field, because I am somebody that always like to solve people problem. I'm somebody that always like, not that I'm Jesus Christ that will solve the whole problem, but the one I know that I can do, and it is within my capability to do it, I will do. Just like making this channel. I'm not getting paid. I'm not getting anything. But seeing people, only that message that the person wrote to say thank you, and the person got the hospital. It's making me emotional. The person got the hospital. That is everything for me. That is everything for me. I'm just doing my best just to see people at least have something doing. For her to have something now that she's so happy that she's going to do, I'm also so happy for you. Please, guys, share my video, like, and yeah, if you two have anything that you know you can still bring. You know, I must not be the only one to help. Anything, if you have gone to interview before and they still ask you some question that I didn't talk about, you can still write it in a comment that okay, they in my own interview, look at and what they asked me, you know. You can still write that to help others. Let's put our hands together and help everybody and help fellow women like us. Thank you very much, guys, and have a nice day. So I'll end this video here and say, choose. Bye.